It's been a while since I've played this game. As these things should... As the levels here should kind of let you know. Also, let me check something really quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I hit back for some reason, but... You know, if I end up dying, I end up dying. So, without further ado, let's just get into it. We'll do Darkness 1 because it's been a while, although I will do the Pumpkin Patch, even though it's not Halloween. We'll do our best. Christmas special, here I come. Also, the game I was planning to do did not work, so here I am just... I mean, I guess you could just say I'm defaulting to 20 minutes till dawn, which is a game I have on this channel. But man, has it always been not great for me? Because if you've looked at those videos, you'll see how badly I've done. And then there's on top of that, I would like to add the microphone effect, which is not so great for me. What do I actually want here? There have been more than a few updates, so at this point, I don't know what's actually meta, quote unquote. Also, did I just do a thing to myself? No, I have certain upgrades added that I did not change. So the runes I'm using are what they are, and I'm pretty sure I have Ethereal. I want to say I have Ethereal. If I don't, well, fine. Oops. But I'll do my best. Otherwise, what you see is what you're gonna get. That's something I say a lot because I can't promise that I've done any. I can't promise I'll survive. Also, I am a little sick, so if it sounds like I'm not speaking at my maximum, not that I always am at 100%. Yeah, that's the reason why. What is this tree? Drops a heart, soul heart. I think I'm just gonna go with double shot and hope for the best. Also, I'm about to change back, so... Hey, here I am. Also, I don't have any clues as to optimizing this character's mechanics, so you'll have to forgive me if I, again, don't turn out to be doing as great as I want to. Preferably oh, let me check. Do I want to go summons here? Do I want to go summons here? Just gonna go for more bullets, why not? Or more AoE, technically, but that's not correct either. I forgot what I was saying. Let me focus. Oh, yeah. Ideally, I want this video to be 20 minutes, just to show. Otherwise, I might just cut it into a shorter time, because, well... That's what I did for all the other specials so far. Why would I do anything different? Theoretically speaking. But yeah, I really should get back into 20 minutes till dawn. I'm just busy doing other things. So even while I'm recording this, I'm thinking of something else. Especially during downtime like this, where there's not really as much happening. But man, am I seeing a lot of new trees. Perk trees, and perks in general. So yeah, I definitely don't know what is for the best. Also, I am in reindeer form right now. I'm just gonna call it that. I think there's an actual name, but again, it's been a while. If the darkness levels didn't already clue you in as to what's happening to me in terms of this game. More summon. Although I would like... Actually, did I have dragon perks there? Well, too late now. Whee! I mean, I'm on DL0, so theoretically I should not die. Also, unlike most other games in this genre, you are firing pretty much manually. Now, I could choose to... I think I am. This one is locked on, but you get the point. Firing manually is a heck of a thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, I'm just saying I can understand why it might be, what's the word, not jarring to some, because then you do have to point and aim, although there is an auto aim button now, I think by default. Again, I can't remember because I think I stopped shortly after auto aim was a thing. But it's not like I didn't like being able... And you can switch... You can toggle between which you want, so it's not like you're forced to pick one. Really? I mean, I'm going into summons even though I only really have one summon, but... Is there anything else I need to do? Not really as much. Yeah, I'm gonna run into, Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. I guess that's why... I'm finding out now. If for no other reason, hey, this might actually be the closest thing I have to an actual game with some Christmas theme in it, because I have not... I think the past pretty much 3 don't really, aside from the topic of being cold or there is some kind of snow, but I'm pretty sure almost every game I played in this special Christmas week of 2023 doesn't have any of those 3 themes, whether it's Christmas, winter, or cold. So finally we have something here. It ain't snowing here, but close enough, right? Question mark. I think there's an actual boss coming now. I don't even remember the timings. Why not? Why not? It's not like, well, I could have picked something else, but I've made my decision. Again, DL0, I shouldn't be too worried. It will get hectic in the 5th minute remaining. But until that, really, I'm just thinking about the bosses, especially on the Halloween stage. There was something I hated about the Halloween stage, and I don't remember why. Aside from just projectiles in general, but I'm not sure if there are any perks or mechanics that currently deal with projectiles, because those are, among other things in games of this genre, projectiles are pretty much near unstoppable until you finally get, I think, more recent games of this type have added ways to, and updates to games that started with this type, added ways to deal with projectiles. I mean, I guess I can just gripe about this while I'm running around as a reindeer? But it is a problem because all you could do is dodge, which isn't the hardest thing to do, but when there are enough projectiles on screen, it turns into pain, whether for your fingers and or your mind. So yeah, 15 minutes, sorry, I was 1 minute early. But we should still be fine, theoretically, here. We don't really have any problems kiting this, and now that we're also a reindeer, let's butt heads! Row! Why did I make that noise, by the way? That's not a noise a reindeer makes. Oof. Well, we're not standing still, although that might be nice. I think, because we're not planning to really dodge anything. I mean, I could take move speed as well, but I like max HP, so we'll do max HP. Hey, I like playing Diamond. That's what I can vouch for myself. That's not really a thing. Can you really... Is that a thing, vouching for yourself? That's just... I mean, I'm sure that's called something else, but that's not the definition of vouching. Yes, I'm running around because I need 20 minutes to... I need to fill this video that's likely going to be 20 minutes long with something. My dodge is shot down. Also, I did mute myself for some reason. If I'm building summons, sure. Whee! And after a moment, I could just stand around and do nothing, but until that time. Maybe I should have... I think I did have a darkness level with this character, right? Should have probably enabled that then, but... Here we are. Also, why am I doing a thing here? Yeah, they're moving quicker, but I turned into a reindeer, so hey. Ah, my face! Oh goodness, I'm still sick. I don't know what... Well, actually, I know what caused me to be sick. Even though that cough was conveniently timed. Oftentimes, especially with the people around me, and it works and vice versa too, but if someone around me gets sick, I'm likely to get sick. And by extension, if I get sick, then, especially if it's something contagious that can be passed around, then the people around me will get sick. That is usually the rule around my place of residence, regardless of whoever is around me. Now, obviously some of the people around me are, you know, family to me, so there might be something at play there. Just us being around each other long enough has caused these things to happen, but at the same time, because it doesn't matter how much I don't want to say that, I don't want to say the Q word, but basically, if we try to divide ourselves, I don't think we've ever tried extensively to do that, but even if we did, we're still gonna get sick. That's just the nature of how I live around people, basically, if I were to just say my part, so... I mean, but the upside, though, is that for some reason, no matter who is living around me, people don't get sick often around me, including myself, so... yes, I have my little face hurting and allergies from here and there, but as the projectiles come in, usually, like, nothing that would incapacitate me, aside from actual serious things, which I do have, but again, those moments are few and far between, and for the most part, I have control over my own health. As most humans do, but if we're talking about illnesses and getting sick and just being in bed suffering, it doesn't really happen that often with me. At least in my life so far. I really should pay attention. Is that really... There is a whole tree, like, every tree has like 4 perks, right? I just did not ever pick up another dragon perk, apparently. Well, so be it, I guess. Also, if you didn't already see in the main screen, there's another game coming out that's a spin-off, question mark? Again, I haven't looked into this... I guess this series, we'll say it. Is that the right way to see series of games? Game series? Well, as I finally take a dragon training perk. Basically, I'll take a look at it. If not, if for some reason I can't play the game reliably in terms of recording and or streaming with OBS, I'll see. If it doesn't cost as much, then we'll see. Because it has been a long time. It's not like I don't have a love for 20 minutes till dawn. It's just that I have a lot on my plate. You just have to believe me. Summon attack speed. Otherwise, no, we don't really have much else. I mean, yeah, we could grab another summon, but let's actually build out a tree. And hopefully everything works well. Help! Also, again, I'm not using everything optimally, the weapon optimally likely, so I am glad that I'm playing on Darkness level 0. Darkness, please tell me I'm saying that right as well. Please tell me it's not something else, because I do have not a large number of bullet heaven slash... There was something I used to call it, but I guess we're going with bullet hell, bullet heaven for now. I do have more than a few of these games, and I've played more than a few of these games, so let me think. Then I forgot my train of thought. It's fine. Do I want to bounce things? Yeah, why not, right? Yep, completely forgot. Although one common pattern, if I'm to tangent off to try and remember what I was saying earlier, for some I mean, I know what the reason is, but when I record and or stream these games, they usually run slow, for me anyway. Which is more something, it's more my setup needs an upgrade, so it's not the game's fault most of the time. There are a few that have not optimized the way that, you know, things run smoothly, basically. Just more move speed, right? Yeah, more move speed, why not, right? But... yeah, even 20 minutes till dawn, it takes a lot for me to record and stream the game. So And I mean, like, in general, too, because there are games that obviously take a large amount of space, if nothing else, or are that really ask for a lot in terms of system requirements to record without the game or the software or whatever hardware you're using, whatever the heck it is, basically looking smooth. So if this video is like 25 frames a second, then at that point it would be a me problem, because I know I haven't had much trouble recording 20 minutes till dawn before, but you get what I mean. Often games of this genre have not intensive requirements because of the aesthetic that most of them take, but say for example it's a 3D game of this genre, yeah, it might require a lot more. But thankfully, for the most part, a lot of developers, and I'm not saying you can't make a 3D game of this genre, I'm just saying that when you make it 2D, it tends to be, to me at least, usually appealing and or it runs smooth, and there are less issues, again, with graphics, whether that's in gameplay because hitboxes and hurtboxes don't work for whatever reason, or just your eyes don't hurt. Which I think this was usually still a problem for me, because you could swivel the camera, but it's fine. Because I have control over that for the most part. Unless I need to go So, by the way, as we get into our next boss, right? That looked like a boss. Also, I am trying not to get hit. I am moving so fast, I'm probably just going to walk into something and get hit. Unless this happens, and then I go, and then I push you back this way because I can, but... Oh no! I pushed it out of bounds! And let me be silent for about 15 seconds while I... My face! Ow! Now if I could stop ping-ponging the boss, or pinballing the boss, outside the area of play, I would like to be able to deal more damage. But for the most part, again, I shouldn't be having too much trouble here. Now, I might get surrounded unless I turn into a reindeer soon, but hey. Tell me this character is actually turning into a reindeer and it's not called something else. I mean, it could be called something else, but we'll still call it a yeah. So, anywho. Summon! More summons. But we have about 7.5 minutes left in this video. Again, I don't know if it's gonna really be as long as the exact gameplay itself, but if it is, I mean, hey, because I'll admit right now, most of my Christmas specials for this year, or videos in this special series, has mainly just been raw video. Now, obviously, some of them are like only up to a few minutes long, and those I edit to some extent, but for the most part, what you're seeing is raw video, so here I am. Look at that deer run, though. I wonder if I could stand here for a moment. My nose! The answer is no, because there are projectiles flying at me, so... Hey. And I should probably look into soul hearts, because I have no idea how they function. I'm assuming they're just HP, that's pseudo-temporary, but I mean, they're what they are. Because I think if you lose... If I were to guess, if you still lose all of your HP, you die, so... Not that, well, I'd have to think. Again, I don't know the mechanics. I'm just trying to fill time. Hiya, I'm a deer. I'm a deer. Look at that scarf. Look at that majestic scarf. Thank goodness there's knockback when I come out of that form. That's something that often is missed in more than a few of these games of this genre, where, again, I don't know what to call it exactly. Let me know if you have if there's an actual term that's accepted by the general public, because, yeah, games of this genre, at least hit stop, or transformation stop, I guess I should say, because most of the time the problem I have with no knockbacks after something happens is that you just walk into something and get hit. Now, some people add invincibility, or some devs add invincibility, but still, the problem is that you need to get out of the current issue, and it's not like you're in animation lock, but it is a nice, actually just quality of life. It's not even a... I mean, in some cases it can probably be not overpowered, but a bit too much in the player's advantage, but Again, in this case, when I switch back from deer form to not deer form, it is nice for the knockback to appear. Another common occurrence is when you level up, things get knocked back. That's not always the case in games, so what happens is sometimes I know at least one game where you level up and then you can just come out of level up and just die immediately. And it doesn't feel great. Now, it might change because it's been a while since I've played a lot of these, or played any of these games of this genre. But hey, I think I still have enough experience and knowledge, somewhat. Let me just retract that statement. I don't have a lot of knowledge, but enough to talk about the matter to even a little bit of degree. Let's not say some degree. Hey, come back. No, I keep knocking you out of bounds. Come here. I just want to hug you. Now I can't, but hey. Ow. I said ow, but my mic was muted, so I repeated myself as I proceed to do this and bounce it around. But yeah, aside from the projectiles here, nothing should really hurt me. Which, again, it might have sounded like I hate projectiles and never want them to be. That's not true. I'm just saying. Well, I mean, I guess you could. It's pretty much implied. Even if I could say something like I didn't mean it, the fact that I hate projectiles is a thing. That doesn't mean I want them gone, but it also doesn't mean I can't hate them. So, because there is a dodging aspect to it, so I can at least control that. I think what I mainly wanted to say is that when there are a lot of projectiles on screen and there's no way to actually block them or nullify them or cancel them, you just eat it in the face. Hi there, hi there, hi there. That's a mid-boss, right? Elite, I don't know what to call it. But as I turn into a deer again shortly here, I think we should be perfectly fine. Now, I'm going to get swarmed in about a minute. Did I say minute 5 remaining? I meant minute 3 or 2. I don't remember. The information is out there. I should really remember it. But again, getting swarmed is probably the only time because the last minute usually... If you reach the last minute and you're not getting swarmed already, chances are you're not going to get swarmed. That's just a... I don't know what I want to say. There's some logic to it, but I'm losing the words at the moment, so instead, I'll just show you. As we continue upgrading and become powerful. I have no soul hearts, I don't know why I took that, but we have it, so... For a moment there, I thought certain white circles being thrown around were enemy projectiles, but I keep forgetting that aside from the shades of red that exist on your character, really the only projectiles that can hurt you are normally colored red. So, as I stand here, I also haven't used the outlines yet. I think that's something new, right? Well, not relatively new, but new to me because I haven't seen it yet is the outline setting. But I didn't toggle that on, so maybe I'll find out myself. Again, a lot of things for me to explore if I want to really come back and get into the meal that is 20 minutes till dawn. Once again, if for no other reason than to at least, I mean, even though it's a spin-off, getting used to the other game coming out based on 20 minutes till dawn. I wanted to say it was a spin-off. Is that what it said? I guess I'll find out when I hit the main menu again, but as we get into our last 2 minutes in a moment, let me see if I can actually stand around. I don't think I can, right? No, because yeah, I have to move to make this work. Now, I turn into a reindeer and move anyway, but yeah, shouldn't have much trouble. Again, this is DL0, so it really... Well, actually, that's not true. At the same time, I'm also working off of progress I already have, so having all of the runes I do is helping out immensely as well. Basically, what I was going to say is, when you're working with just base nothing and you start playing a bullet heaven game like this or bullet hell game like this, you're gonna die. It's almost, if not near impossible, to succeed a run on your very first run without any unlocks. I think that's what I want to call it. Roguelike, not roguelike shooter, but top-down roguelike is what I called it. And then I named it TDR for short. But that's just a me thing. That's just what I call these types of games. Now, there are bullet hell and bullet heaven things going on, but I think bullet heaven came from the idea that, you know, you become a walking monster shooting bullets, so it's heaven for you, but it still can be bullet hell because, in a sense, if there aren't actual bullets like this circle here being thrown at you, then the bullet hell are the enemies that come to hit you because they themselves are bullets of some sort. But I call it a top-down roguelike because you're looking top-down. And it's a roguelike. But, I mean, the roguelike part, I guess it's more action-based. So in that sense, you might argue, well, Jordan, technically RPGs are top-down. They're just not roguelikes. So, again, maybe bullet hell heaven is the better way to put it, but I haven't really seen that genre thrown around too much. I mean, aside from just people saying... What I mean by that is, when games go up and they say their genre, it's usually strategy action, or not, roguelike action, roguelike strategy, roguelike card battler. If we're talking about, I guess, specifically Steam's category names, but maybe I need to open my mind. Tell me if there's anywhere else you want me to look for games, because then maybe we'll learn. Maybe we'll figure out what to call these things, even though it's probably already decided and I'm just going crazy. But as I complete just a run for the funsies and for the Christmas special, let's go to the menu and let me just confirm something as we're stuck at the end screen. So the end screen should already be up, even though that's probably blocking Ember Path here, but yeah, nothing else much more to say. Please subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed it. I think there's one more left aside from... no, I'm not going to say that. I guess I'll see you later. End screen, end screen, end screen!